What's good, y'all?
Hello. Happy Sunday early morning.
I know, and they'll watch us on Thursday and be like, what are you talking about? It's Thursday.
Yeah.
You guys are out to lunch. The magic of recording. I hope you're all doing well.
Yes, we do. Hope you're all doing well.
It's been a minute since we've been yapping away.
I know.
Not a minute for them. They're on normal schedule. But
A minute
a
for
minute
us.
for us. Yeah. Because we've been busy.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Natalie has a
Okay.
few more lovers, so.
I'm doing well, actually. It's really good. I'm good. Just busy. Really busy with like work, kids, life.
The typical.
The typical mom job.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yes.
It's hard
And
to be
you?
a mom.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in the
Good.
same boat. Just, working, living, loving,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Oh my goodness, Jason.
So the episode today has been interesting because it was prompted off a Instagram post.
No, it was prompted off of one of my girlfriends actually watching one of our episodes.
Oh, shout out to Joe.
Yes.
It was Joe. Shout out to Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, so inspiring conversations.
Yes.
And she wanted us to chat about this topic.
Yes.
So I'll get into my little opening monologue and we can go
Yes.
from there. You ever scroll through your partner's feed and see their name under every thirst trap? Or maybe they're just friends with someone who somehow always needs late night emotional support.
Oh God.
Let's be real. In this day and age, cheating isn't just a hotel room and bad decisions anymore. These days, it's likes, DMs, sneaky dating profiles, and situationships built entirely on emotional backup plans. So, today we're cracking open the it's not cheating gray zone, because if it quacks like betrayal and walks like betrayal, it might just be betrayal. All right. What is secretive digital flirting, and why does it hit so hard?
So to me, it's like when you're scrolling through your Instagram, you're DMing somebody that obviously you're DMing somebody that's attractive most of the time, right? Or you post, you write under their posts, or let's say you are with somebody and then you kind of see their notifications go off on like a dating app or something like that, and you're just like, yeah, and you're talking, like you're kind of getting to know each other. You're in that phase of dating, talking, whatever, and then you're kind of seeing all those things pop off. And yeah, that to me is kind of like what I find that whole topic.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean,
And also, sorry, it's
yeah.
also like when you're messaging people and you're asking for validation about certain things that you and that other person are talking, you're talking to other people about that. And obviously somebody of the opposite sex, because you're getting insight from them or whatever. So you're building now relationships, whether that's nothing, you're still talking to somebody about what is happening between you and somebody else, instead of emotionally being able to talk to you or to that person that you're with about what you're feeling or whatever.
Yeah, it's this micro cheating. It's this small little things that you're like, oh, it's online, oh, it's on my phone, oh, it's whatever. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like I wrote here, it's sneaky likes, fire emojis, slide DMs, and then when they're asked about it, they mean nothing.
Yeah, it's like a brush off type of thing.
Yeah, it's like why did you message that woman? And you're like, and then they're like, oh, well, they're my friend. Or, whoa, why are you even worried about it? God, you're so insecure. And you're like, whoa, what the hell?
But then, okay. So say that happens. How do you address that? How does that person address that?
Well,
that's asking that question about why are you doing those things?
Well, this is the interesting part where it gets into this weird gray zone, because it could just be with that person. It could just be like, oh yeah, they're a friend. Oh, I was saying how they were working hard or whatever. And the problem is that in this day and age where we're so connected with everybody and it's access to one another has gotten so immensely easy that all these small little interactions that people do are larger actions, but because they're through the filter of a screen, they come across as smaller. I mean, a big thing that, as I was looking at this topic and looking at what to talk about, a big thing that came up was, well, if you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, that's probably an indication that it's stepping into that weird area of disrespect. Because really, at the end of the day, what we're talking about here on a larger scale is disrespecting your partner. Because if I'm dating you, if I wouldn't double tap a girl's bikini photo from her time in Cabo or whatever, and be like, damn girl, you looking good. If I wouldn't do that in front of you, then maybe I shouldn't do it. Now, hey, maybe you're just like, whatever, it is just like a genuine comment because I knew this girl back when I worked with her and she was working on her bikini body, so hats off to you, good looking. Maybe you would send that in front of your girlfriend because you're like, oh no, I just know that there's this background, or it starts to get into a weird area because I don't think you would. But that's probably a good filter, is if you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, maybe don't do it.
So would you consider that like cheating then? As we're talking, like, as it's stated as micro cheating, would you consider that as cheating with your partner?
It's emotional.
question.
It is emotional cheating. Like cheating feels like a bigger label. Like the instant hesitation I have is, oh, you're cheating on me, and it's like, well, I don't know if sending somebody a text message gets into hardcore cheating, but it does get into emotional cheating and micro cheating. Like, I don't know. If a guy has just said, hey, love this photo, where were you when you took it? That could be interpreted as micro cheating. Like, if it's a girl in a tiny little bikini, that might be interpreted as something. And maybe they didn't mean anything by it. And maybe they did like the photo purely because her tits were out. Maybe. But it gets into this gray area where it's like, it's disrespectful. But it's not. I don't think the intention was to cheat on you. Or was to breach that trust barrier, because they aren't doing anything. But that's where also this communication style gets so dangerous. That's what, because it is disrespectful. And if a guy walked up to a girl in person and said, "Damn girl, you're looking good," well, now that turns into a whole other thing, because now they're actively seeking out some other level of companionship. Whereas on the digital footprint, it becomes diluted.
Okay, fair enough.
What else did I do? Yeah, the whole if it wouldn't be done in front of your partner, it's probably not innocent. And then I like the name of this next little segment. Okay. Why you hiding, boo? Does hiding your relationship count as cheating?
I'm gonna say no, because there are people that like to have it private.
So okay.
There's some topic on that.
Interesting side note or context note that you said, because once again, this conversation, because it's a gray zone, it turns into such a game of subtleties. Yes. Because, I think that if you're deliberately hiding your relationship status, that's once again falling into disrespect. Right. Now, do people like to be private? Absolutely. And yes, I get hiding your relationship status if it is a privacy matter. If it's like, you're at work, whatever, and somebody's like, "So you single?" It's like, whoa. Yeah. Back up. Yeah. I'm not going to communicate that to you. Yeah. Right. Now, or people are getting weird at lunch and they're like, "Can I ask you a personal question?" I get hiding it that. And it's not even hiding it. That's just like, I don't want to communicate with you. In that capacity.
It's your boundaries, yeah.
We work together. We're coworkers. Right. We're not friends.
Keep it like that, yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if it turns into this whole, oh, you have a wedding ring, you slip off the ring, any of that shit, then it turns into, okay, well, there's something malicious going on now, because the intention is that they don't want to be associated with a relationship. Right.
Because I've met, like, a lot of men lately who are like, I don't do social media. And I'm like, okay, like, why? And I'm just like, that's not my thing. I don't post anything. And if I do have, like, if some of them that do have an account, they don't really post anything. And and one person was like, I don't want you to post any of my pictures on your WhatsApp or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So I respected that, obviously. Right. But it's like, it makes you wonder why. You know what I mean? As that other person that's in this relationship.
Oh, you think because you think they're trying not to get caught?
Yeah, or like there's some other, like, what, you have another girlfriend or girlfriends or family, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, as me being on the person on the other side, I'm kind of like, why do you want to do that? So it's like, are you hiding me? Are you hiding us?
Well, this is something interesting because I actually wrote this down about social media.
Right.
So the internet very much agrees that if you won't post your partner online, then you're hiding something.
Really?
And like if you're making sure that you're posting pictures of yourself or of things you're doing and everything, and you won't post your partner, then that's a red flag.
But
I don't agree with that.
But what if they respectfully asked you not to do that? Then I'm gonna respect that.
Well, but this is my thing. It's like, I agree with you.
Okay.
I think that it's not a red flag. I just, there are people who don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care to post my partner
Right.
on Instagram.
Right.
That's not because I don't love my partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because I don't. Like, who am I showing on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing the people that follow me from a work context, or because they like what I post.
Mm-hmm.
Do they give a fuck? Like, or do I give a fuck if they know?
Yeah.
Because everybody else who's close to me knows.
Yeah.
And they've met the person, so if they've interacted in that capacity, why do I have to show off on social media?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it gets into this weird gray area where, like, if you ask me that, I go, okay, well, that's fine. Like, if he doesn't want to post me, like, if a girl was like, oh, Nathan, like, my boyfriend just doesn't want to post me online. It's like, okay, well, if you look at his Instagram, he posts all this random stuff. He posts, like, a coffee he's drinking. He posts, oh, he's out at coffee with so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
He posts, like, oh, look at this beautiful park.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't give a fuck if
Yeah.
people know about that, and that's nothing on you.
Yeah.
Now, if the guy has, a million,
Yeah.
he's following a million women and DMing them.
Yeah.
Then, okay, now we get into this area where the intention is different, right?
Yeah.
The intention is to be is not about being private or having their own life.
Mm-hmm.
The intention is, I don't want these women to know that I'm in a relationship.
That's right.
Yeah, it's it's strange. I mean, even like there's been women who I've worked with or interacted with, and I haven't found out that they've had a boyfriend until like months later. Like, I remember this one girl, I was like, oh, we got a good connection, we're communicating nicely, we were going out for like random coffees and lunch and whatever else, and it was like, ooh, okay, maybe there's something here, And then, like, one day she was chatting and she's just like, oh, yeah, I was out with my boyfriend the other day. And I went, boyfriend? Boyfriend? And she goes, oh, yeah, yeah, my boyfriend. And I was like, when did this boyfriend happen? Oh, we've been together for a little bit, haha. And I didn't think much of it. And then somebody, I think somebody she posted a story or something, being like, celebrating 2 years with my boyfriend. And I had been going out with her for like 6 months.
And not a mention and not a word. So did this person kind of act like she was into you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the vibe was there.
Well, it was like, here's the thing. It was like a respectful vibe.
Okay.
Like, well, depends on what context, but well, it was like, I don't even know how to describe it. Because it was respectful. But then there was moments where it wasn't respectful.
Yeah, okay.
Like when we were out at evening events with people and whatever, like in that friend group, and we were all going out drinking and whatever. Wow. Alcohol blurs the lines.
I'm sure it does.
Right. Well, but then again, nothing went to a point where I would have been like, hey, yo, hey, boyfriend, I just found out about this.
Yeah.
Nothing went to that point, so there wasn't anything in that regard. I just remember being like, why did you hide this for so long, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
It's happened a couple times. Not in that capacity, but a couple times in the sense of like, you're just talking to a girl and you're like, oh, every time I see this girl, we have a good conversation. So you make a point of chatting and doing whatever else. And then, it comes up like a month later, like, oh, yeah, me and my boyfriend are going to go out. Oh, boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? Since when? Oh, haha, yeah, I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
And then it gets kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I also understand, like, I've been told in that circumstance, because I've some, like, after it happened, or I saw it happen the third time, I asked the girl point blank, I was like, why did you hide that? And then it turns into, oh, well, I thought you'd look at me differently if I had a boyfriend. And I go, and I'd be like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And she was saying how, like, you know, guys get all weird when a girl has a boyfriend. And I was like, why?
Sounds like she's been hit on a lot.
Yeah.
And that's partially because her not setting the tone that I have a boyfriend, like setting that expectation.
And you know, I kind of got the vibe that she liked the attention.
Yes, that's
and
it too.
it was also in a work context, so I felt that maybe she used that attention, or that the guys would pay extra attention to her. She used that to leverage it in order to get a little bit ahead in the business world. That's what it kind of started to feel like, and I don't know if that was intentionally what it was.
Okay.
I don't know, and maybe she was in the past in an experience where, yeah, like, you know, guys thought she was pretty, and so they were giving her a lot of love and affection, and then she was like, oh, I have a boyfriend, and then they, like, hard cut.
Stopped, and then it was all of a sudden no texting, no phone call, no hanging out.
Now she's traumatized by the guys who are acting inappropriately.
Yeah, I getcha.
What else did I write about this? If you're taking your ring off or dodging questions about being taken, we see you.
Oh, that's a hard.
Oh, yeah. And then it gets into this problem of if it's premeditated and you're trying to appear available, it means you're not really fully into the relationship. Yeah.
So what if you're like talking to somebody then? Like if we're going back and you're just talking to somebody, I don't know. Like is that? Remember how we talked about dating and what that is and what all of that is? So when you're in the talking stages and you see something pop up and they're not like when you're just kind of like, oh here, they'll be like, hey, let's take a look, and you're kind of like leaning in and you're kind of like looking at something, and then all of a sudden you're like seeing the notifications pop off. Is that cheating or is it fair game because you're talking?
So we can jump to segment 4 right now called Just Looking. So. Because this was another thing I discovered is having a dating profile just to look really a problem. And so now we get into this wonderful world of dating, whatever the fuck this is, where people are like, oh yeah, we're seeing each other but not dating, and we're dating but we're not exclusive. Yeah. Because we're just seeing if we like each other enough to be in a relationship. Right. It gets into these weird fucking pinpointy margin microing, I don't even know what to say, fucking it just gets into these weird gray zones where you're like, what the hell? Yeah. I thought it was like, oh, we've seen each other on a date, we like each other, let's date.
Well, remember we talked about that. That's not what dating is anymore.
I know. It's
right. So
boggles my mind.
So it's like as of right now, it's like I'm talking to somebody, but we're not dating. Like we're talking. We're in the talking stages. We're in the talking phase. So it's like, okay, so say we're, like I said, so say I'm talking with this person, we go out, and then all of a sudden, you hear this ding go off, and then you kind of like looking, because let's say their phone is open, and then all of a sudden you're kind of looking, and you're like, oh, somebody clearly like messaged you, right? So it's like, is that cheating? Or is that like fair game?
A sound like this goes off?
Yeah, or something like that.
That's the Grindr notification for all you guys. So now it's sitting there and goes. Next time you're with a guy, next time you're hanging out with a guy, you're gonna hear that noise. You're gonna be like, "Do you have Grindr on your phone?" And he's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's for people who hustle. Grindr's like me." Yeah. Okay. Well, here's my thing. Okay, I get it. We're in this wacky world of dating. Yeah. Where I'm allowed to go out with a girl. Yep. But at the same time, I can have 4 other girls because I'm playing the field, or not even playing the field, because I'm just seeing my options and I want to see who to go with. That's right. I think it's so whack and like so not how I rock, but whatever, man. That's if that's how you rock, that's how you rock. Right. Like I don't know. Okay. If you're out with a girl and it's not, first off, if it's your first date.
Turn your notifications off. How
okay, the first thing is turn your notification off and maybe disable notifications from fucking Tinder. Okay. Be a little bit of slick, Take 2 seconds and clean that phone up. Okay? You shouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is me here, this is me there, and then ba-doop. Hey baby, you're so hot. Oh, like guys, do not disturb is your best friend. Okay? If you're expecting communications from significant other women, probably not a good look on a first date.
No.
So maybe don't let that happen. Okay. So that's my first thing. My second thing. I don't understand why it's so difficult to be like, oh, I had fun chatting with this girl at coffee or texting her or calling her. I had a good time with her. Now I'm going to focus on her until she's not an option anymore. Okay? I don't understand why that's so hard for people to do. Like, I don't even know how you guys can even balance 5 girls at once. Like, I get it. You might be interested in 5 girls. Pick the one you're most interested in. Do not go around the other 4 and just be like, okay, me and Natalie are going out. Me and Natalie are going out. Ooh, Natalie sucks. Okay. Bye. And then you go to the next one. And you go, okay. Ooh, bad. Okay. Next one. Like, I don't know why we can't do that. Think, life's so simple.
It is, but I think it's because people are just like, I think people don't want to put in that time for that. They're just like, as soon as they see things, they're just like, yeah, next, cut you. And that's why they have consistent conversations with people.
Oh, because you're saying people like to run it like a roster.
Yeah.
They like to have it where it's like, yeah,
roster,
like a roster.
What is that word?
They want to run it where it's like, oh, this person didn't work out. I don't want to take another week or a couple weeks to build up rapport with another person. I just want to be able to go bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Yuck. Okay. I just, but then my whole thing is you're not dating with any intensity. You're not dating with any intention. It's like, this is a big problem I think with the world is like, if you're not being like, is this person actually somebody I want to genuinely spend time with? Then like you're only doing 40% in, 50% in. If you're actively out with somebody and still managing people behind the scenes, like you're like, I know I have 20 Tinder conversations open with 20 guys ready to go tomorrow. Why the fuck are you out with somebody? Like if you're not feeling compelled to ignore the 20 messages and go with the person that you're out with, why the fuck? Why are you out with that person? This is something I don't get. Like, I was at a Halloween party, and one of the girls was like, "Oh, my friends are single. Maybe I'll hook you up. I'll introduce you and everything." And I mean, I wasn't that into it. I was also very intoxicated, so I was just like, "Fuck it." But I was chatting with one of them, and then the other one came over and started chatting with me, and I was just like, I don't like either of you, so I'm just gonna leave.
Oh no!
Well, it was like they like turned on the jets and were like blazing away, like trying to convince me they're so great. Well, you see, I'm so okay. I'm drinking. I'm hanging out. I was like, you guys don't need to convince me. Like, you know, book some time on my schedule. We'll chat. No, but it's like I don't get how people do it.
I don't know.
It's like if I like a person, I want to hang out with that person.
Yeah.
And very quickly I'll find out what level of like I have for a person.
Yeah.
So I've never understood these people who are like, oh yeah, you know, I have a date with Lindsay on Tuesday, and then we'll see how Lindsay goes on Wednesday, or we'll see how Tuesday goes, and if it goes well, then I'll hang out with her on Thursday. But if Thursday doesn't work out, then I have Nancy who we'll hang out with.
Yeah, like a backup. Yeah.
But it's like, well, who the fuck do you actually like? It sounds like you don't like anybody, and you're just fooling around.
It's just fooling around to like fill in the void,
right?
Of like whatever that you're looking for, and most of the time that's probably not dating with intent. It's just to have sex or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Well, the big sort of things I wrote about just looking really a problem. Is just having a roster really a problem? It's, well, yeah, it is a problem. What are you looking for that you don't already have?
Yeah.
This is my thing, though. If a girl doesn't check... Okay, if you have a checklist of 100 items, we can even do 10. If you have 10 items and you're like, this is what I like in a relationship. If somebody only checks off 6, why are you even bothering with them? Oh, well, I'd like to see where it goes. You know where it's going. They are 60% what you want. But then you have option B, that's 90% what you want. So that if you're going to try anything, you might as well go for the person who checks 9 boxes out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know, first person, the first guy he's kind of funny. Okay, but he's 60%.
You're making a good point.
You understand the logic here,
Yeah.
and then it gets to really, you get to the deep problem where people are like, oh, but like he's available during the week, whereas the other guy's not available during the week, and it's like, so it's an attention thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that you have this void, and you need to constantly fill it, and.
I know.
And, like, it's sad when people get into the details and you realize that they are just lonely.
Yeah.
They're lonely and, like, these guys really do like them. And, it's sad to abuse romantic interest in that way.
I agree. Yeah.
But it's sad when you talk to a girl and they're like, oh, well, they get down to the nitty gritty and they're like, they're just sad and alone.
Yeah.
And they don't have people that they can hang out with.
Yeah.
They don't have family, so they
turn to
they only know that level of playing around with love and emotions, and that's sad, and you feel bad for the person, but at the same time it's like this isn't the answer to your problem.
Yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, I get you.
And then if you're in a committed relationship and still swiping, like that's
oh yeah,
fine.
no, yeah.
And curiosity is not an excuse for disrespect.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, what's the big deal with emotional intimacy outside the relationship?
What's the big deal? We talked about this in one of our other podcasts where
Absolutely.
It's like, if you are with somebody, you should try to have that emotional conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have a level of understanding. So if they don't understand what your thinking is, try to let them understand that. Because going outside emotionally is, that's cheating. I think that's cheating. 100%.
Well, I think that's arguably one of the worst forms of cheating.
Absolutely.
Like,
I agree so.
Because it's one thing. Like, okay, preface, still bad. It's one thing where it's like alcohol's involved. It's spur of the moment. Mm-hmm. It's hot and heavy one night. Boom, you have sex. Mm-hmm. That's fucked. Mm-hmm. But like, okay, fine, I get it. Mm-hmm. You're not really thinking. You're just in the moment and you're feeling good. Whatever. That's one thing. When somebody is going out of the way to build an emotional relationship.
Yeah.
That's really, really sad.
Yeah.
Because this goes back into my checklist thing.
Yep.
I find that most people are dating people who are checking 50% of the boxes off. And so because they're checking 50% of the boxes off, then people are going to other people to check off the other boxes.
But see, when you do that, you end up developing feelings for that other person. That's not in your relationship.
Right.
Because it's always like you're always turning to that person. That person's, oh, yeah, they're going to be there because they helped me go through this and whatever. And they understand me better. And then all of a sudden, now you're spending your time, however that is, whatever you do. Maybe you go outside of DMing each other. Maybe you actually meet up to physically talk. So now you're building that rapport with that person.
Well, yeah, great example of this. I think she's my cousin. Or my aunt?
Okay.
No, it's not my aunt. I think she's my cousin or second cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the relation, whatever the relation is, it's a bit away in the family tree. Her and her husband had been together 15 years. She's older. I think she was like 40-something or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean older in the sense that she's not a teenager fucking around or 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So she was with her husband 10 years married, something like that. Her company moved offices or something. It was a bit hard to get to. She couldn't take the train like she used to. So a coworker that she knew and worked with and everything, he was coming from the same area, so he offered to drive her. Which, wow, that's amazing. So nice that he could do that.
Yeah.
Well, driving. Fast forward a year, she leaves her husband for him.
Oh, because they spent that time together.
Right, and they had work and they had all those things, and I don't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But from the outside perspective, it looks like she started having these intimate moments where they were laughing, having a good time, and then she left because of that, and built that relationship, which is like, that's so sad that it's just like it was a drive to work, and the drive to work was enough, an hour or whatever together, 40 minutes there and back each way. Well, now they're building rapport, they're checking in on each other, all this kind of stuff. Yep. So that's just one of those times where it's sad, and if you I'm two sides on it. It's funny, I tell some people that and they go, oh yes girl, go off.
Really?
Well, because they're like, oh, you found the person you actually like.
Oh, no.
So I find a lot of people agree with that because they're like, oh, well, if it's better for them. But I can't help but feel bad for the husband because...
I agree. That's the issue. But obviously, if things like this happen, then there are things between you and your partner, or things between you and your spouse or whatever, that are not solid enough to keep that foundation.
Now here, I'll throw this little wrench in your cog, a wrench in your wheel.
Yeah.
What if you guys have, good conversations, you have a good connection, you have good sex, everything's great, you feel that life's really happy, and then you find out that they've actually been going out with this woman behind your back.
Yeah,
and
fuck you.
Because you'd be like, what was the problem?
Yeah.
I was happy. We were having all this good stuff. I don't even know a time when it was bad. And they would be like, oh yeah, but I just never felt like I could open up to you. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You'd be so caught off guard. And this is the problem with emotional cheating, is a lot of the times I find that people are like, what was going on? And maybe they were doing something that was annoying to the other person, but the problem is they never spoke about it.
But then we go back to communicating. Remember?
I think we have the ability to communicate better than we ever have.
100%.
And people are doing it less and less.
100%.
Because they're inferring or whatever bullshit.
Right. This is off topic of what we're talking about. But Friday, when I had people over at the house for Halloween, my nephew, my niece. My brother was talking about taking my son to take your kid to work day type of thing. That's coming up on Wednesday. So he was saying, oh yeah, do you need me to pick up Sebastian, or are you going to drop him off? And I was like, he's like, so I can pick him up. I'm like, yeah, if you don't mind, because I'm going to be working, their dad's going to be working, it's going to be busy, right? It's during the work week, obviously. So I was like, okay, then I'll have to get his wife to go pick up the kids. So then she comes in, and then she's like, so are you okay to pick up the kids? She's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He's like, well, it's take your kids to work day on Wednesday. She's like, okay, but she's like, so I could see a little bit of an argument happening. She's like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I was just talking to Nat about Sebastian's coming because he's signed up for it. And she's like, okay. And she's like, so I was just saying, you could take the kids to work, or to pick up the kids, drop them off at the daycare or school or whatever, and then I have to go get Sebastian. She's like, okay, but you never communicated this to me. He's like, well, I'm telling you this now. And I'm like, I just shut my mouth because I'm like, and she's like getting off, right? Because she's like, you didn't say anything. He's like, but I'm telling you now. She's like, I told you about to take your kids to work. He's like, yeah, but you never told me anything else that was happening. And she's like, it's called communicate, Jay. And I'm like, I tried to do one of these in the chair. I was like, oh my god, I go through the tunnel right now. So that's why it's the communicating between people. We always talk about that. That's important. That should be number one. That, honesty, everything else. But communicate. And that's the thing is, we've always talked about this before. People always bitch and say that, no, I know how to communicate. No, you just said, they don't. At the end of the day, you don't. Properly.
Yeah.
And I get it that sometimes a lot of people are not good with confrontation. Okay? So that's a big issue. And so people would rather just dance around behind a text, dance around behind talking to that person that you're having that issue with face to face, because they don't like confrontation. And I'm like that. I'm the type of person that doesn't like certain types of confrontation too. I'll be honest. Certain things I'm not,
nobody likes it.
Yeah.
Nobody likes having an argument.
Yeah.
But it gets to this point where it's like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. I can have this conversation, and yes, it'll probably be hard, but it'll be worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of things like in that case this is your sister?
No, my brother and my sister-in-law.
Right.
Yep.
Your brother and your sister-in-law. With that, maybe it was just purely that it was because he went so out in the air about it. And really what he should have done is he should have found a quiet moment between them. Yeah. To be like, hey, Wednesday's take your kid to work day, blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking this is the best plan. Could you do this and this and this for me? Then she would have been like, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Because it's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit one-to-one. Yeah. Versus just like, hey, you're going to do this thing. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm just going to do this thing. You just decided I'm going to do this thing. It turns into a disrespect thing. I don't know. There's this big problem in the world with communication, and a lot of the times I think it's just that people are thinking too much about themselves and not thinking about the other person, not taking that time to be empathetic and think, okay, well, how can I better communicate, or how can I better have a relationship with this person? Yeah. And maybe it is just down to confrontation. It's like, Well, why wouldn't you, if you have an issue with the way that somebody handles a problem, why wouldn't you tell them you have an issue, especially if they're your significant other?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard, and the easier thing is to just run to this other person who's easy to talk to.
That's right. But you should always try to find the solution. That is not the solution.
No, and my argument to that would be, then why are you with that person?
Well, yeah.
You shouldn't be with them. Oh, well,
Yeah.
they're hot.
Yeah. But then that person that is the one that actually did it is going to be like, well, oh, now, you know, I feel bad. This is what I did, blah, blah, blah. Why did we break up? Like, they go through that whole play the victim card. But you were the problem. You were the issue. You know, you never stop to think of, talk to your partner and be like, hey, you know what? I've been noticing you feeling like this or whatever. Like, what's going on? It's like a repetitious type of behavior. Explain to me why and how do you get to this point? So if I see that, I can we can try to fix it.
Right. And ultimately, what we're really talking about is that if you're going to date somebody or you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you have to make a choice.
Yes.
You have to choose that I'm going to be with this person.
Yeah.
And if you can't sit there and stand and stare into the mirror and say, I choose this person 100%, then you should not be interacting with that person.
100%.
Should not be dating them. You should
100%.
not be doing anything.
100%.
Same with a friendship. Same with any critical relationship.
Yes.
Business partner, anything. If you do not choose somebody 100%, you should not be going with them.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I agree.
Because that will solve so many problems. Which is a nice segue into the next part. So, too friendly or too flirty. Right? A big thing that happens is, where's the line between friendly and flirty physical contact? We live in a wonderful world.
Yeah, we do.
Where people are, your girlfriend's going to have male friends.
Yes.
Your boyfriend's going to have girlfriends.
Right.
It's going to happen. Maybe there's a case where it doesn't, but most likely in this day and age, with everybody, with work and life and everything, most likely they're going to have it.
Yes.
So really, how do you, where is the line? And really the line is intention.
Yes.
There's lots of girls who I love.
Yeah.
Call it love, because we're not going to beat around the bush here.
Yeah.
I love them to death.
Yeah.
I would happily, sort them out if they had an issue, help them out, protect them, do whatever. No problem. Does that mean they're my partner? No. Does that mean I get a little extra love? A little extra hug? Sure, when I see them after a while. Sure, probably. But that's only because we've grown at a level and gone through bullshit at a level where it's like there is that camaraderie. And that doesn't mean that I love them and they're going to be my partner, because they have their own partners. It's just that we have that mutual love for one another because of the bullshit. And so calling it where it is and having that conversation, I think, is really, really important. Now I get where a partner can feel some type of way because they're like, oh, I don't like that girl came up and gave you such a long hug and asked how you're doing and all that stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that girl's known me for 10 years and you've known me for 6 months and you're complaining about that?
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, I guess maybe, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then it gets into, the world is so, what's the word I'm looking for? So complex.
Yes.
Because like we talked about many times before, you can have a relationship, you can have a nice friendship with someone for 10 years, and then on the 11th year,
yeah.
you never know what's going to happen. And I think really it comes down to, you just have to make sure that you're choosing someone you love. Yeah. And trust. You just have to be like, look, I put you through all my tests. Not that you should test it, but I've checked off all my boxes. I'm happy with my list. Yeah. The one thing I don't like is this, but I'm willing to accept that because it's you. And then you trust them. Yeah. And you're just like, you hope that it's not going to turn into this. Yeah. And if they're any decent type of person and they've put you through their checklist and everything, and you both are mutually agreed to be with one another, then I would hope that you can both trust each other and let it go. And not worry about it too much. And the biggest thing, and this might be going a little bit ahead, but I'll pull it back. The biggest thing that I've been told is from older people who bestowed me with wisdom. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat.
Oh, yeah.
And all you have to do is yes, it might be jarring. Yes, it might be upsetting. Yes, it might suck ass. And it will. But you can't assume that they're always cheating because you'll lose your mind in the process.
Yeah, no.
So what you have to do is you have to take the information, see what's happening, communicate to the partner when they're crossing boundaries, because they might not know the boundaries are there.
Correct.
Like, hey, I know that's your friend and everything, it's kind of weird how you guys were hugging each other like that.
Yeah.
Made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Communicate, and that's really all you can do. And then just know that at the end of the day, if they're cheating on you or whatever, there's nothing you can do to stop them because they're going to make that choice anyways. So you might as well let them make the choice, and then you make your choice based on their choice. That's literally all you can do, because I've seen so many people be all consumed by this idea that their partner's cheating on them.
That's consuming in your brain.
Right. And maybe it was truthful, but a lot of the times I had a feeling that it was 60% truthful. Like they had done one thing that crossed the boundary that they weren't aware it crossed the boundary. Like, oh, you talked to this girl at the club. I don't like that. Or at a restaurant, you leaned over and chatted with the waitress independently for 2 seconds. Okay,
Right.
well, it was to say it was your birthday. I don't like that. Whatever. All that to say, you gotta trust your partner.
Yeah.
And if there's things they're doing that they don't like, a lot of micro cheating, I would say, is just telling them that that's a boundary. And then they should respect that.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't like it when you like half-naked photos of women online.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be vocal.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
have
lot
to
of
tell
that.
people.
You have to, because if not, that's basically you're letting people walk all over your boundaries, walk all over your intentions, whatever that may be with that person, and you're allowing that person to think that that's okay until all of a sudden shit hits the fan and you're like, well, why didn't you tell me that before?
Right. Well, this is the thing. I think a lot of people it all goes back to communication and trusting your partner, because a lot of people go, oh, I saw this person do this, I saw them do this, I saw my partner do this and this and this. And the thing that I wrote here as we're concluding and ending off is the problem with micro cheating is it adds up.
Yeah, it does.
That's the issue with it. It's not one interaction. The problem is it continually adds up.
That's right.
Oh, I don't like the way that you lingered on that touch with your friend that you work with. That you and her were really really close and really weird. Oh, I didn't like that you're sending private messages. Why did I find Tinder on your phone? Because all of it points to the fact that person's not as committed and doesn't actually love you the way that you thought they did.
Right.
And what you have to really be clear is, yes, you have to tell them what you want. You have to tell them a boundary, because who knows? Maybe the guy goes, okay, well, we're only dating. We're not exclusively dating.
Yeah.
So you have to communicate, unfortunately, because that's the day and age we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I find though that a lot of people, if you don't know yourself enough and jump too quickly to those are things that you need to work on yourself as a person, because now you're going to self-sabotage yourself plus whoever you meet down the line if you see one red flag and you have not found out the reasons why you jump to those conclusions, why you know what I mean, like you haven't gotten to the root problem as to why you react that way.
Right. I mean, accountability is ultimately extreme accountability, I would say, is very helpful in this day and age.
Yep.
Because if you take accountability for all your actions or anything that happens to you, well, it's nice because you can grow from that. The worst part is when people go, oh, I don't understand why all my partners cheated on me. It's like, okay, well, maybe you should take a step back and go, what can I do to better prevent that? Am I going for the wrong type of person? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Do I not set boundaries? Do I let them think they walk all over? Do they think everything's okay? And meanwhile, I'm upset with things, but I won't tell them. You really, really, really have to do this constant check-in with yourself and make sure that you're communicating, you're setting boundaries, you're trusting, and you're doing all the things that you can handle on your side.
Yeah.
It's really all about self-growth. And
Yeah, it definitely is.
Right. And if you're not ready for a relationship, don't go in a relationship.
But the problem is people think that they are. That's the issue. People think that they are until they realize, fuck, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted. Right. It went fucking sideways real quick, you know what I mean?
That's
or some
right.
shit like that. So I think a lot of people, therapy is a good thing, but a lot of people don't want to turn to that because they think that therapy is oh, there's something wrong with me mentally. It's not. It's just you need somebody to help clarify your thought process, rewire how you think, and maybe step back to be like, okay, when I'm starting to feel this way or when I'm starting to think like this, why? What is triggering me to make me go off like this?
Yeah, and also like talk to your friends.
Yeah.
Like, talk to your friends, talk to your partner, talk to the general public when you can, when you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like I find a lot of times perspective adds a layer here. And just on this whole topic of people, muddling emotions and doing all this stuff, I watched the last few minutes of Love is Blind with my mom, the new season last night.
Okay.
And I just can't, that show is so whack. Whoever likes it, fine. I get it. I could not, it left me with so many questions. Because these people are so, oh, what the fuck? Okay, to put it in perspective. So I watched the end, the last episode, the reunion episode. So they're talking about all these, no. I'm watching the episode where they get married at the very end.
Okay.
And so the whole thing is, they meet in the Love is Blind. They meet in these pods. They don't know who they are. They just communicate and talk and whatever, do challenges or whatever. Then they select who they like the best.
Based on their talking and
talking and chatting, without any looks involved.
Okay.
Then from there, they finally meet each other, and that's the end of that for the first iteration.
Okay.
Wow, we love each other. We love each other. Great.
Mm.
Then they're in a community house together and they interact or something like that.
Okay.
They interact face to face, go on dates, do that kind of thing. And then once they finally select their person fully, from that point they've selected fully, then they go for a year and live together. So they go on a honeymoon and a date and everything. And the whole thing is that at the end of the year, they come together at the altar. They do the whole wedding, the whole dress up, whole everything, and then they say yes or no at the altar. And
that's terrible. Whose concept was this?
Hey, it's making lots of money. So
of course,
whoever's concept it was,
TV.
Genius.
Yeah.
But just seeing what happens, this couple that I watched, they were saying how much they love each other, how much they care for each other, how it was the best time that they ever had, and they can't wait to spend the rest of their lives together. And then they go up on the altar and the guy's like, I love you, I'm here for you, I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together and have kids and do all this stuff. Boom. Yes. And then the girl goes, no, I actually lied to you, and I never meant any of those things, and I'm so glad that I have my freedom back.
That is so fucked up.
Isn't that fucked up?
That is so detrimental to your mental state, your physical state, especially. Obviously, you've been fucking, and again, we talked about that.
This relationship, this relationship, no fucking.
Whoa.
She said nothing till they're married.
Oh, okay.
So in that specific instance, no fucking till
But
they're
regardless,
married.
it's so now you fucked up that guy. You fucked him up royally.
Oh, he was fucked.
No,
he was a wacko. He was kind of he was weird.
Okay.
I say weird. I shouldn't say he's weird.
Different.
He was different. He was different.
Yeah.
You could tell that there was a lot of emotional growth that needed to happen with him.
Yeah.
Just even the way that he took it. She said no. And instead of just accepting that was the answer, he goes, and as soon as he did that, I was like, aye, so this is probably why she said no, something along these lines. Now, my whole part, the part that I found really fucked up is that they're saying all these sweet nothings to one another, how they love each other, how they care for each other, all this stuff, and then they get up on the altar, no, done.
Yeah.
Oh, but I still love you. No, you fucking don't.
But you gotta remember, a lot of the stuff behind the scenes they all play up that scene. Do you know what I mean? All those little scenes.
Oh, no, this whole thing happened at the altar.
They
were saying sweet nothings at the altar.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I'm saying people behind the scenes, behind the camera, they kind of manipulate the whole thing, right? The scene and everything else. Plus, a lot of people in these reality TV shows will say whatever the fuck they want to say because it's all for viewership. It's all for them to oh, Nathan's on? Oh my God, we gotta watch this episode because Nathan's on. And we love Nathan.
I know.
So it's you have a fan base now. So it's they're watching every single thing that you say. So it's everything's all for show. At the end of the day, I'm sure people on that show had genuine feelings for each other. But to what level or degree, I can't say. Because it's almost you're forced, in these types of instances, you're forced to be with that person.
But they could have left any time.
No, yeah, but you're forced to wait it out because, again, you're on TV. That's your 15 minutes of fame, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, right?
I know. Yeah. You're right. And this is all the things I know. I know they manipulate the story. I know they make the stakes higher than they are. I know that this is all true. It's just one of those things, you listen to the other contestant stories and you realize that you can leave any time.
Yeah.
If you really didn't like this person, that was it.
Yeah.
And when they start quoting what was wrong with the relationship, it's red flags that they noticed in the beginning.
Yeah, but see, again, we talked about it in one of our episodes.
But then you talk, then you hear about this whole greed and all this shit because what you realize is they're like, oh, Netflix was paying for everything.
There you go.
So I'm just gonna stick it out. I'm gonna collect the paycheck. I'm gonna get the wicked $20,000 ring or whatever.
That's it.
I'm gonna get the full wedding. I get all my friends get dresses. I get all this pampering and everything.
That's right.
And then I'll just say no at the end.
Yep.
And I'll build my fan base and my 15 minutes of fame and everything. But then it's like, oh my God, you're manipulated. Like this poor guy actually was in love with you, and then you're like, no, sorry.
Yeah. And then that's how there's people who go out in the world and they fuck everybody else up. I'm telling you.
And that's it.
I'm telling you.
It takes one rotten apple to ruin the bunch.
Well, we talked about that many times, right? Unfortunately, that's what happens. And then all of a sudden they become like, I don't want to go out dates. I don't do the whole dating scene. So you just want to be a fucking hoe. Like run around and like fuck this person, fuck that person. No. Yeah, bro, you
That's
do.
exactly what you want to do.
You do.
But then the logic too is it's flawed. It's like, I want to interact with you on an intimate level, but I don't date.
There you go. And I don't want the commitment.
Then that's right. But then you're not dating. You don't get to date. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah.
If you don't do the dating thing, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly. I get it. Yeah.
All that to say.
Yes.
Don't micro cheat, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna micro cheat, you're gonna micro cheat. But please, like, be honest with the partner that you're freaking with.
That's a good point. Like, honesty is the best policy.
Like stop with this runaround shit, and then all of a sudden notifications go off. It's like, hello, people.
That's right.
We're smart in this day and age. Like, you should know. But I get a lot of these guys are like, I don't know how to use this thing. What, bro? What? How do you not know how to use your phone? I don't get it. I laugh at these guys because I'm like, they're like, oh, I'm just too old. I'm like, no, you're not old. You're just playing fucking dumb. Stop with
That's
this
right.
shit.
Oh, I don't know how I got that app on my phone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
You certainly knew how to put it on. You certainly know how to uninstall. Right. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, let me see here. Oh, notification from who? Yeah.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Sometimes it's mind-boggling. I'm just like, oh, my God. I do one of these.
Yeah, you're literally like, come on, man. Like, be smarter than that. Come on.
You know, but that's the whole, I like to play dumb.
No,
that's what it
so
is.
bad. The playing dumb is the worst part because it's like you're both sitting there and it's like, I know you're playing dumb.
I know.
And they're like, oh, I know I'm playing dumb too, but I just don't know how to use this thing. Oh, how do I delete that app? Can you show me? Can you show me? How do I hold down on it? Yeah, I had this app before and I thought I deleted it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And if I go through your history, that's all. Let's look at your photo album, shall we? Oh,
I know. Whoa. I got that too.
Oh yeah, see, it's just
yeah.
People just be smart.
Yes.
Like if you're gonna cheat, be sly about it.
Yeah, you are. We're not condoning the cheating by any means.
God, no, don't cheat. But
if you are,
if you're gonna like a girl's photo or like a guy's photo or whatever, just don't let your partner see it. Yeah. Or maybe just don't do it. Maybe be like, oh damn, those abs, those are nice abs. Yeah. And scroll past it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't gotta interact with it.
Nope.
Don't gotta say anything. Nope. You just go, I'd tap that, and then you scroll on. Then you scroll on. Okay. Nobody needs to know your first thought.
No.
There's a saying, and it's like your first thought isn't your true opinion, your second thought is.
Yeah.
Because your first thought you can't control, it's just a natural reaction. Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, if you see a good looking girl, you might go, damn, look at the badonka on her. And then you go, okay, no, I have a partner, I'm not gonna act on that thought, you know. Good. But like, yeah, if you're scrolling through Instagram, just like you have your partner on Instagram loves to recommend what other people are liking. Oh,
yes.
The last thing you want is your partner to be like, here's the receipts.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this chick?
Yeah. Yeah, no. You got caught, buddy.
You got caught and just be like, okay, I think she's hot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why do you have to follow her?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say.
Yes.
Nice to see you guys.
Yes.
Hope you're all doing well.
Yes.
Be a good partner. And, work on yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't pick people who only check off 50% of your boxes.
That's right.
Not worth your time.
No.
Like minimum 80%. And even 80% is a bit low. like 90%, 100%. Really, you should only be going in that 10% threshold. 5% if you can do it. We live in a big wide world. There's a lot of good people, and there's a lot of people who check all your boxes. So why fool around with people who don't?
Yeah.
And that's not to say don't get coffee with them, because maybe you're like, oh, my boxes require a coffee to figure things out. Sure, but maybe don't continue past that.
Yeah, I agree with Lisa's thoughts on that.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, take care.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.